Phillip Schofield has offered his support to Holly Willoughby, the target of an alleged kidnap and murder plot. The This Morning star is really happy to hear from him after they fell out over Phil's lies about his affair with a colleague. Phillip has reached out to former best friend Holly after hearing of the alleged plot to kidnap and murder her. Sources close to Phil, who co-hosted This Morning with Holly for 14 years, said he was sickened by the horrific claims. Phil, 61, has been in contact with the TV favorite, 42, since security guard Gavin Plum was charged with soliciting a U.S. hitman to commit murder, and incitement to commit kidnap. A source said Holly, who is on indefinite leave from the daytime show, was really happy to hear from Phil after 5 months of silence. Their close friendship lay in tatters after Phil confessed to lying about having an affair with a younger employee and quit the ITV show. Holly reached out to him amid the fallout, voicing her concern, but, sources said, there was no further contact between the pair who had once been so close. A source said, Holly and Phil's friendship was so close before the events of this year. Phil's decision to reach out, and the welcome it has been received with by Holly, shows that there is still a bond there. The source added, the hope is they can regain some of the ground lost, and support each other again. On Friday, Chelmsford magistrates heard that security guard Plum, 36, of Harlow, Essex, had compiled a restraint kit as part of an alleged plan to snatch the TV star. It was claimed Plum, who once weighed 35 st, possessed weapons and had contacted a hitman based in America to carry out the detailed plan. Plum, who works at the Pinnacles shopping centre in Harlow, only gave his name, age and date of birth in court. He was remanded in custody to appear at Chelmsford Crown Court on November 3. District Judge Caroline Dixon told him, "This is a really serious allegation." Mum of 3 Holly, who is married to TV producer Dan Baldwin, is now receiving around-the-clock police security at her London mansion. A source said, Phil was absolutely horrified to hear she had been allegedly targeted in such a sickening way and decided to reach out to her, in spite of their lack of contact. He wanted her to know he was thinking of her and her family. They've so much history, and this is something you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. The relationship between the King and Queen of daytime TV reportedly cooled down in May. Holly was said to have been infuriated after he released a statement describing her as his rock, while admitting the past few weeks had not been easy for either of us. Days later Phil announced he was stepping down, and issued a groveling apology for lying to his employers, colleagues, friends and management company about his unwise but not illegal affair. Holly responded by writing on her Instagram page, "When reports of this relationship first surfaced, I asked Phil if it was true and was told it was not. It's been very hurtful to now find out this was a lie." She did later decide to reach out amid concerns for his mental health. But there has been no contact between the pair for months. A third source said, Holly is distraught by news of this alleged plot. "This has been an absolutely horrible week for her. She is getting through things hour by hour. Her absolute priority is her own safety and that of her family, who are supporting her through this incredibly difficult time." She did not appear on Thursday's This Morning, and there has been no discussion about when, or if, she will return to the sofa. The source said, given the terrifying things she heard this week, the question of returning to work could not be further from her mind. Ex-Pizza Hut worker Plum told a BBC documentary in 2018 he had not left his house for years and his weight reached up to 35 st after a diet of junk food and 36 pints of cola a week. He said, "When the weight started to pile on, that was when my mental health went down." He revealed he had a gastric band fitted and had been on a liquid diet.
To